Homeschool How-To today, and I wanted to talk to you about how to avoid homeschool burnout. These are some things that usually happen second semester of schooling, towards the end of the school year, and I just wanted to address it because I know it sometimes does happen. Pretty much every homeschooler has that happen to them. So, one thing to remember is that you're not Superwoman. Don't try to do too much. Are you having your kids do too much? Are they too dependent on you? Are you just trying to do too many things for one person? And what I sometimes suggest is making very small to-do lists, maybe even just like a little piece of paper, and that's what you need to do as far as yourself, not that your kids' schoolwork or anything, but just keep yourself to doing 2 or 3 things a day that are very important to you, like dishes, laundry, picking up around the house. Don't try to go much farther than that. Use the weekends or holidays or breaks and stuff to do the big projects. So try to keep yourself to where you're not doing too many things. That'll help you to keep from getting burned out. Another thing is to vary your teaching methods. Sometimes you just kind of get in a rut. You're always just doing the same thing. Try using music one day, switching over, doing some manipulatives maybe, or doing some drawing, maybe for science or history or whatever, draw instead of having a workbook or that kind of thing. Go outdoors. A lot of times if you can just change where you are, maybe if you always did it in the kitchen, hey, let's go in the living room today, or let's go outside. So it's really fun to go outside and to read under a tree or whatever if the weather's good. My kids have sometimes gone out on the play set and sat there and done their schoolwork out there, so that can help to avoid burnout. Another thing that can help is to do independent learning. Watch my self-teaching video more about that, but if your children are more independent in their learning, then that will help with burnout, especially for the mom. They're going to be learning the things that they need to be learning in their pace, and they'll be more motivated and give you some more time to do other things. One other thing you can do is pay attention to their learning style. If they are a very auditory learner and they're having to do all this visual stuff or having to do a lot of workbooks or whatever, then that might not be the way that they're learning best, and that's why everyone's burning out, because it's so frustrating because they're not learning with the proper tools that they would need. So really pay attention to their learning style. There are some basic things, but then there are also some more in-depth learning style type things that you can check out my learning style video also, that will help you just to give some ideas of what kind of an environment does this child maybe learn better in, or do they like quiet, or do they like loud, all that kind of stuff. So think about learning style. Another thing, a lot of times homeschoolers can get bogged down with cleaning. Everybody's home, there's lots of dishes, there's lots of stuff that gets out, and you can really get bogged down with doing your cleaning. Obviously you're going to need to delegate if you haven't done that already, and sometimes you just need to get outside cleaning help. Even Proverbs 31 woman had servant girls, so I know when my kids were like 1, 3, and 5, I really felt like I needed to just have someone help me clean, so we went to having a cleaning lady come in for a few years there when it was just too much for just me because my children weren't quite old enough to help. So think about that. Another thing that you can do to help avoid burnout is to ask some joyful homeschoolers that you know. Some people that are really doing well with homeschooling, their kids seem to enjoy it, they're, have a pretty good routine going, that kind of thing. Ask them what they do to help avoid burnout. Use the resources that are around you. Another thing you can do to avoid burnout is possibly switch curriculum. Now, I'm not saying that you should switch what you're doing all the time. Oh, this is hard, oh, we're switching. Oh, this is hard, we're switching. You do need to work. It is schoolwork. But think about sometimes if it's been a long period of burnout and you're just really realizing that, you know what, this is really not working. Maybe I do need to switch what we're doing, or the approach that we're using, maybe switching over to unit studies or something that would be more interactive and helpful for your kids. One last thing to think about with burnout is, are your children involved in too many outside activities? Are they going to a lot of different things, and you're having to do the schoolwork during the day, and then you're running all evening and you're not feeling like you're getting anything done or having any kind of quality family time? Really assess that and look to see if there might be some burnout going there. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I have a website where you can get a lot more information. There's over 300 pages there. You can subscribe to this YouTube video site, and get more videos that I have, please like it, comment it. That will help me to be able to keep doing more videos. There are some free ebooks that I offer on my website. Check that out too. And I hope this has been helpful to you, and don't burn out. Just look for help before you get to that point. And so we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.